We are now going to make creme anglaise. This is the perfect example of a stirred custard. The characteristic of a stirred custard is that it is soft and creamy and not firm when it's set. Creme anglaise is also referred to frequently as vanilla cream or vanilla sauce. Vanilla sauce can be made with half and half, milk, or heavy cream depending on how thick you would like your final product. First thing we're going to do is place, in this case, half and half into our pot. We are then going to combine our egg yolks and our sugar. Creme anglaise that's used for saucing plates is frequently made with heavy cream so that it stays in line a little bit better. You always want to make sure when you're adding sugar to any sort of an egg product to mix it right away. Sugar sitting on top of egg will cause a chemical reaction and the egg actually begins to cook or burn and you'll get little lumps of egg in your final product. Take your whisk and mix it all together. Vanilla sauce is used as a base for ice cream. It's used for saucing plates, and also lightened with heavy cream and stabilized with gelatin, it becomes Bavarian cream. If you were to use a vanilla bean to flavor your heavy cream, you would scrape your vanilla bean, place the seeds and the pod into the pot along with the milk, heavy cream, or half and half that you're using, and you would heat that all together so that you would get that flavor. Bring your heavy cream just to a boil before getting ready to temper in your eggs. To stop your bowl from moving around when you're stirring, place a towel down on the table and your bowl on top. We are going to temper in our egg yolk. Very slowly add some of your hot mixture to your cold, stirring the entire time. This allows you to combine two products of very different temperatures. In this case, it's very important because we don't want to create scrambled eggs. You're not making egg drop soup. Once you've added about a third of your mixture into your eggs, place it back onto the stove and add your egg mixture on top. Once you have returned it to the heat, it is important to stir it the entire time. You want to stir it so that you're scraping the bottom, the sides, and the corners of the bowl. Because the heat is coming from the bottom, you don't want the eggs on the bottom to cook faster than the mixture that's up on top. Continue to stir and cook it until the mixture looks like it's beginning to thicken slightly. At that point, you want to make sure you take a temperature, and you want to be sure to cook this to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as your mixture reaches 180 degrees, you want to remove it from the cooktop as soon as possible because the eggs will continue to cook. At this point, if you're using vanilla extract, you stir it in. You don't want to add it in at the beginning because if it cooks in with the milk like you would do with the vanilla bean, all the flavor will evaporate. As soon as your vanilla is combined, we're going to strain it directly into an ice bath. It's very important that your ice bath is set up before you start, so that you're ready to go into it as soon as your mixture is ready. You cannot heat creme anglaise above 185 degrees. That's the point at which egg proteins can no longer hold the water inside. Allow it to chill completely and then store it in the refrigerator. A product such as this is considered potentially hazardous because it is very high in protein, high in moisture with a relatively neutral pH. So extra care has to be taken to make sure that everything that you use has been cleaned and thoroughly sanitized, that we chill it as quickly as possible, and that we keep it at a temperature below 40 degrees Fahrenheit.